Okay, hi there, this is Kim Willis again, and I have another mini guru video review. And this one is about an Australian entrepreneur and marketer, Peter Sun. His niche? Make money. He'll show you how to make money, and boy, he's had a lot of experience at showing people how to make money. He's made a lot of money himself as a result of showing other people how to make money. Okay, an interesting guy. I knew him. I haven't actually spoken to him for many, many years, but I did have a business association with him. Maybe 15, 20 years ago, something like that. At that point, he was living in the hinterland on the Gold Coast, and he was selling how-to manuals to marketers or to business owners, small business owners, pizza shops, etc. How to get more customers, how to get them to buy more, and all the rest of it. He's been in the info marketing business. That's his business, and he's been doing that for a very long time. He's had a colourful career. I believe he worked in casinos as a croupier or something, as a professional gambler. Okay. He's not Australian, or he may be now, but he certainly wasn't born in Australia. I always thought he was Austrian, but I believe he was born in Czechoslovakia. Okay, so that's it. He still has quite a thick accent. There is a bit of an Australian twang there now, but he still doesn't sound like an Australian. Most people would say that, and that's fine. On the personal side, he's not married. He has had marriages, but he's not married, but he has a long-term relationship now with a girl who I believe is also based on the Gold Coast. He's got kids. They've grown up. His age is in the 60s now, I think, from the Czech Republic, as I said, and he lives on the Gold Coast in Australia. Now, primary companies, offers, platforms, funnels. Well, 15 years ago, his main income source was, I think, coming from this business called the Better Business Institute. And he's had a number of JVs along the way. Some of them didn't, or partners. He'd taken on partners and didn't always work out. One, I won't even mention the partner's name, but that went very badly in the end. He had the business, the Better Business Institute. Before then, I think it was just Peter Sun Marketing. Okay. Now, I'm not sure of his current involvement with Better Business Institute. I assume he still has an involvement. I assume it's still producing income because there's a website that's still live and it's got Peter Sun all over it. So I assume, and the Better Business Institute is about selling how-to manuals and trainings to business owners that haven't got a clue about marketing, basically. He also has a licensing side of his business. So he will license other entrepreneurs to sell his products. He charges them quite a significant upfront fee, and a lot of his income comes from the licensing side of things. Okay. Now, he went on to import-export. That was his next big thing, and he claims he made a lot of money importing and exporting goods from countries like China and then selling them into the Australian market. But of course, Peter Sun can't help himself. He's an irrepressible entrepreneur and salesman. So once he had a working model happening with his import-export business, he then leveraged that expertise or that knowledge into training programs that show other people how to do the same thing. And finally, the most recent venture is his Peter Sun real estate business. And once again, he's teaching people how he makes money in real estate. Okay, and he will end up making more money from the training than he will or ever did from real estate deals themselves. So that's basically his modus operandi. Income sources, import-export courses, small business training products, Peterson real estate products, license fees, etc. I did mention the license fee thing before. So what he does is that he runs seminars, attracts people who are in what we call the make money niche, and these are people looking for income. Often they're more mature people, people that have run out of options, so they perhaps at the point where they're grasping at straws. Maybe they don't have enough money to buy a franchise, so they start looking at some of these lower cost options. So I did say that Peterson works on a licensee basis, so he charges license fees to people that want to sell his stuff, and okay, that's his right to do that. I'm not clear on how much he's charging for his latest real estate venture, but in the past he has charged license fees of $20,000 and upwards. Brickbats. He appeals to the bum end of the make money niche, so he gets plenty of pushback from dissatisfied and disgruntled participants in these kinds of schemes. Okay, so they pay their license fee, etc. They haven't got an entrepreneurial bone in their body, and inevitably they're going to fail, and that means they're going to lose their money. So then that's the problem with this make money niche, and I've had experience of it myself. You do tend to attract a disproportionately high number of desperates and people who basically haven't got a clue and probably never will. Bouquets. He's a brilliant marketer. He could sell ice to Eskimos. You can learn a lot from him. I learned from him. We did a joint venture on a seminar. We went into a recording studio and did some interviews together, did things like that. I learned from him, no question about it. He's very, very good at selling products, so you can learn from him. Proven track record in selling make money programs, and a remarkable ability to reinvent himself multiple times in multiple industries, spanning 20, 30 years. That's what he's done over the last 20 or 30 years. So real estate is his new baby, okay? So there you have it. I've got some links here for websites. We'll have a quick look at those in a minute. Here are some of the keywords that I use. Peterson Real Estate, Peterson Export, and Peterson Seminars. There you go. He's irrepressible, is Peterson. No doubt about it. Now, let's have a look. This was one of his earlier businesses. This is the Better Business Institute. I mentioned that before. As I said, Peter is still all over this, so I assume he has an involvement, and I assume income is still being produced, maybe not quite at the level it was a long time ago, but he's still offering licensees and other opportunities, and you can buy products straight off the site there, I believe, and you can also make an inquiry about being a licensee. So that's that one. Import-export. This was his next big play, so once again in the make money niche, and that is still very active as well, so I assume that there is still some income being produced from this kind of a training business, and that's what he's selling. He's selling you the blueprint, the how-to, how you too can be rich in the import-export industry. Me, I haven't got the slightest interest in getting involved with all of that. Forget it. But clearly, a lot of people have bought into these kinds of training programs, etc. And there's another couple on the Gold Coast that have done a similar sort of thing. Well, it's sort of parallel, right? They teach people how to make money from eBay, and one of the strategies is to import goods from China and sell them on eBay. Okay, that's Matt and Amanda Clarkson, and I've done a review on them as well. You might want to check that out. So that's that one. Okay, there's some negative here. I'm not going to go into this I'm not going to spend much time on this. When you've got a guy like Peterson who has had a high profile for a long time, and who also sort of appeals to the bum end of the market, of the make money market, you're gonna have some problems. And he's had some problems. So we've got a guy here who can barely put two words together, basically saying that Peter is a scam and all the rest of it. I don't think Peter Sun is a scammer. He's not a scammer. He will deliver what he said he was going to deliver. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to implement and do what he's taught you to do. And if you're incapable of implementing, and some people are, that's just the reality, well, you're going to lose money. Simple as that. Okay, this is a YouTube channel, The Day in the Life of Peter Sun, Australia's import-export professional. There you go. Well, it's a little bit old now, because now he's a real estate professional. 2013. All right, good luck to him. As I say, he's a born entrepreneur, hustler, salesman, great marketer. Now, this is his real estate. Looking a little bit older now, but this is his real estate channel. 2016, okay? So this is his latest thing. And I'm sure he'll do well with this, as he has with most of the things that he's tried over his lifetime. He's had a few failures before he got into this make money niche, but since he got into the make money niche, he hasn't really looked back. And this is the website for his latest venture, petersunrealestate.com. It's not about selling you real estate. It's about selling you courses and trainings and licensing programs if you want to resell it. Yeah. So there it is. If you like the idea of making money from real estate as an investor and as a deal maker, great. If you also like the idea of promoting his stuff, you'll find that there'll be an opportunity there as well. But you can look. He's a great teacher, and if you're into real estate, I'm sure he will show you some terrific strategies that will help you prosper. So there it is there. Notice how he's got his mobile number there. A very accessible guy. He doesn't sit up in his ivory tower, or sit on his throne like the Queen of England and just, not want a dialogue with people. He's a real extroverted guy. He's eccentric. He's an eccentric guy. He has all sorts of interesting views on health and meditation and goodness knows what else. Okay, I hope you got some enjoyment out of that. Try to make it entertaining for you and shed a little light on this interesting character called Peter Sun. This is Kim Willis. Bye for now.